Myself, Aditya Atluri. I'm the co-founder of a company called Evolv3D. We are India's 3D printing solutions and consulting firm, trying to add a new dimension to our clients' business, adding a new dimension to industrial revolution. And we provide consulting services across all the verticals and industries, and trying to build a sustainable ecosystem and making them understand what 3D printing is all about. And we want to create and mark an impact in the industry about uh, the different applications of 3D printing technologies, what kind of application it has, and how can it add value in the long term for our clients. Currently, we have pivoted our business model into two different business lines. One is catering to healthcare, and the other one is industrial tooling. You would be surprised why we have ventured out into two different, pretty much bipolar industries. Number one is the other co-founders are industry engineering experts. They've got all of them together over 30 years of experience and 10 years of exposure of international education and also working overseas, and also serving the Indian manufacturing ecospace by making precision components for public sector units like DRDO, DRDL, BDL, NFC, and all. And the other business line, which is our healthcare space, which is very interesting and challenging at the same time, but also life-saving business. What we are currently doing is we are providing surgical and anatomical models for surgeons. And why is the need for it? Because surgeons are the only persons in the entire world who doesn't have a second chance. You have to get it right. If not, a life is at stake. So we are actually helping the surgeons to plan a complex surgery by providing an anatomical model, so which actually helps them plan a surgery and also reduce the blood loss and also improve the patient recovery time. So, and we are creating, and probably it's a monumental effort that we are planning. We want to create world's biggest database of the complicated anatomical models, so that if somebody is having the similar sort of a problem in Florida, they can actually reach out to Evolv3D and ask, hey, Evolv3D, can you actually provide services for these things? We can instantaneously send them a model that we already have it in all the categories, and they can print it in their local service provider and see it. And number two, what we are trying to achieve is also to help the medical students who are practicing surgery, uh, because on an average, from our research, we realized that it takes about 12 to 15 years for a surgeon to actually do surgery on his own, which is quite complex. So we are also trying to reduce a couple of years from that timeline. So that's how we are building, evolving, and we understand the clients more often. And we have worked with a diverse variety of 3D printers, and probably you name a 3D printer, and we have worked on it. So that's how we bring on the different expertise. Yeah, Startup India Rocks has been an amazing platform for us in terms of connecting other startups also, because it actually gave us a lot of opportunity to network with the other startups, also probably complementing our services and more interested in to know what we are doing. Uh, and it actually helped us more about ourselves. So what more opportunities lies within our company, and as well as how to complement the others. And talking about cross-border angels, it is an interesting platform because at this point of time, since we are only limited in our thought process to serve the Indian clients, so bringing investors from overseas will actually opens the doors for European and other markets as well. So which we might not have thought of earlier. In that way, I think Cross-Border Angels, Startup India Rocks have actually created a very good, sustainable platform. And I really hope that all the startups that have participated, a camaraderie is built, and work very closely with each other, and probably scale up. It has been quite phenomenal, and at multiple levels. Number one is talking to peers and understanding what are the pain points that they are addressing, what kind of solutions that they are offering. And number two is pitching to the investors, pitching to the fellow startups. They were quite open in supporting our presentation and appreciating it, and it actually builds a very happy environment for startup ecosystem. And more than a happy ecosystem, it is more a sustainable and organic thing, which is the need of the hour for the Indian market today. because there's a lot of economical crunch, and there are many things that we see around in this time. And an event like Cross Border Angels, starting Startup India Rocks across all the cities in India, be it tier one, tier two, tier three cities, and bringing them onto a single platform and helping each other to connect with one another, and helping what kind of complementarities and what kind of synergies that can be worked out. I believe that that is the way to go forward, and probably Startup India Rocks is the first step to a prosperous future. As a startup entrepreneur, I'm the first generation entrepreneur from my family, and I take a lot of pride in calling myself an entrepreneur because I've struggled all the way. And even the corporates, they were once startups, so they also struggled a long way to become a corporate, and they actually understand the pain points of an entrepreneur, and they not only give valuable suggestions but also help us in the way by leveraging their contacts and complementing their existing service portfolios, and how we can actually help them in providing some niche services and solutions, and acquire new clients that they're probably potentially looking at. And number two, some of the corporates might be potentially looking at the startups as an opportunity to acquire, get new clients, and it also gives us an mutual, I would rather say, an advantage, because startups can be very flexible, and corporates cannot be as flexible as a startup. So we can probably potentially work in an optimal way to supplement each other. That way, I would probably say that it's a matchmaking process between a startup and a corporate. And I would really thank CBA and Startup India Rocks for giving me such an opportunity to stand in front of a greater audience, an opportunity to pitch, and get connected and get a lot of visibility uh, at a larger scale. Thank you, Startup India Rocks.